let's go and have a look at our kit over here. We want to show you what we're bringing because we're getting ready to start the trail. Now, if any of you are interested or never hiked in China, particularly in Sichuan, it's always easy to find people who will provide a guide and provide horses. So you don't always have to carry all of your stuff with you, which is great when you're going up the big mountains. But you do need to know how to pack, and this is the way that we do it after our experiences. Effectively, you need stuff that's going to go on the horse and stuff that's going to take with you. Now, what's important that whatever goes on the horse has got to be in a dry bag, right, Jack?
Yeah, it's raining in the mountain anytime, so whatever you have, your sleeping bag, especially your mat, if that's wet, you have to sleep wet.
And so the way that we normally do it, or certainly the way that I do it, is in one bag I keep all of my sleeping stuff, so my tent, which is here, my sleeping bag, my carry mat, and anything else that I need to sleep with. I've got a little pillow in there. That all goes in one dry bag. Two more, one for my clothes, which are in here. I've got more clothes than I would normally take, but when you're on a horse, when you're using horses again, you don't need to be quite as frugal with everything that you bring. And then in this bag here, I have my food for the trip.
Snacks.
Now, the good thing is, now the standard in China is if you hire a guide, is that they will actually cook your breakfast and your dinner, and they'll bring the food with you, right, Jack?
Yeah, they will cook, well, but this is going to be Chinese food. But they also boil hot water, you'll have a nice coffee in the morning.
So the only food that you need to bring, and this is, we're going to be going for 8 days, is food for lunch. For us, it's just sort of snacks and stuff that can compress down fairly simply. And then in the day bag over here, of course, you have to have the compulsory Tibetan hat. Jack doesn't have one. I'm not sure if they're going to let him in some places with a
my wife is happy.
Hat like that, but you know, you should be wearing a proper Tibetan hat like this. We have here the day pack. Now the trick is to try and keep your day pack as light as possible. Unfortunately, we've got a lot of photography equipment we've got to bring, so that makes this much heavier. Try to keep stuff on the outside that's quick to get to, little snacks that you need along the way, an umbrella in my case in case it starts raining, and then the rest, you know, sunglasses, that kind of stuff. Have that all in an outside pocket, also on the side pockets here, and then in the main compartment, I'll open this up here, it's essential that you bring stuff in case it suddenly gets very cold or wet, because the horsemen don't normally stay with you, so don't rely on anything that's in here. You can also lose a horseman. It's quite possible that you lose your way and they go off one way and you go a different way, and so you've got to prepare for that. So you have to have essentials in here. So I've got a down jacket in here, a good waterproof as well. The rest of that is my camera equipment, a first aid kit in case anything happens, and cigarettes. Why would I need cigarettes in my bag, considering I don't smoke and you don't smoke?
Maybe you want to cure your high altitude sickness for that.
So the trick with cigarettes is really, when you meet people along the way, the culture here is to offer them a cigarette. So it's always good if you're traveling in the mountains to have a packet of cigarettes, so you can offer a cigarette to farmers and other people, horsemen, other people that you might meet along the way. It gets you a long way in terms of making friends as you introduce yourself. So having a couple of packets of cigarettes in your bag works really well. Right, that's all packed. Time to get going.
Let's go.